Okay, hello. Hi, I'm here on the canal boat and I wanted to paint that boat there. I don't know if you can maybe see. I'm just hoping, like, it's all a bit messy, the setup, but I'm hoping that you'll be able to see what I'm working on here at least. Let's see. And Maisie's trying her best to come out all the time. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so the canal boat, I mean, it would be better if you could see it, I suppose, as I'm working on it, but this is the best I can do today in this moment. So what am I going to do now? Let's see. I think I will actually put you so that you can see what I'm doing and see the canal boat that I'm painting. I don't know if you're able to see the two if I do this. There's Maisie trying to get out. No, it's too ambitious. Right, that's the canal boat there. I don't know if you can even see it. The red one. Okay. And here we are. Right, I'll just do something, for goodness sake. It's better than doing nothing, isn't it? Bit of glue. And let me see. I was wondering whether to put something down for the background first. And whether to use watercolour for that, or, you know, I'm just going to do that for the boat. It's kind of red. The cabin is red like that. And it's got windows in it, so that's not a bad bit of collage for the cabin. And then there's the greenery behind. Kind of half inclined to do that. I think I'll just try that for the grass. Yeah, I think it's okay. I'll try that for the grass. Where's my glue gun? There it is. I think it was better. I don't know if it's better that way. I love that grass, you know. It was waving. It's as tall as me and it was waving in the wind this morning and the sun as I took Maisie for a walk. We stayed here in the canal boat last night. Such a lovely thing to be sitting. See, in the morning I had pancakes and coffee out here. And I think this is the front of the boat. I'm fairly ignorant as to the whole, you know, canal boat thing, aside from being just staying here. But I think this is the front of the boat. Right, now what'll I do? And it's really catching the sun all morning. It's beautiful. Yeah, I think I want to have something, like if I had a black, if I had ink with a stick dipped into it, that would work for me. But failing that, so I don't have this ink kind of stick. This is gold, no, this pen. It actually kind of works for the colour of the grass behind and the trees there, and this is like the cabin of the canal boat. Maisie, just stay there. I'm not going anywhere. She's so panicky when I come out here. She wants to be out here with me, like. Is she trying to get through the curtain now? Maisie. And I'm going to use some watercolour here as well, I think. Okay, so there we have that edge. I need a black bottom for the boat. I don't actually have a black bottom for it, but I've got this blue, which somehow seems to work. It's got a weathered kind of a feel, which is appropriate. I've got a pizza cooking in the oven in the boat there, so I just thought I'd take a few minutes to do this. I mean, that might be more appropriate for sky, really. No, it's too rough. It's quite a nice rough surface, so I'm going to use that for the boat. for the body of the boat. Erin, what is she doing? Right. What do I need to do here now? Is she desperate to get out? What was she doing? Oh. Well, you need to watch her though. I can't. Like, if she's got a lead on her, it's okay. You can tie the lead up maybe. Just trying to get something to represent the sky there. And I'm going to do the rest of the bottom of the boat. Is it really hard to keep her in, Erin? I don't have my oil pastels or anything, but it's no harm sometimes to just work with what's here. And I was thinking, like, if I was here for a few days, I could imagine myself really settling into painting these boats. I love the whole canal boat thing with the water and the lovely quirky shape of them. Just splash some. I was trying to splash some dark on there for the trees as they're interrupting the sky a wee bit there. Maybe a wee bit of a splash in that bit. Okay, and then there's the reflection of the dark boat, the dark bottom of the boat in the water, which is almost as dark as the boat is above the water. Really, I was thinking to be such a lovely thing for you to actually have the opportunity to see what I'm seeing and to sit here, like this morning, to be honest with you. I was sitting here so delighted with myself at the beauty of the place, like the kind of slowness of of everything, the clouds, like before anybody came in, because we're at the Kelpie, so there's quite a few tourists here now. But before anyone came in, sitting having a coffee and my pancakes here, and then with Maisie, and she was nice and quiet beside me, and then just looking at the water, you know, and I realised after a while I'm not thinking about anything at all, and it was such a pleasing thing, just sitting watching the ripples of the water, catching the light, and I thought, oh, this feels healing. That's what it felt like. It's such a lovely healing thing. No, that's the top. Oh, that's grass there. I'm getting myself a bit mixed up. And it's darker than the boat. If I had oil pastels or something like that, I could put the lovely red chimney on the boat and things. But failing that, I'll see. I could maybe, once it's dry, I can print on something with the red watercolour or something like that. No, the water. That's not the colour of the water at all. It'd be a bit better, I'd say, using the sap green. There we are. And just pulling it horizontally across hopefully gives a feeling of the ripples as they brush over the surface of the water. And like there'll be some red there, red and the blue of the windows. And then I think the cerulean blue is a good colour for the sky, reflected in the water, just here and there. What was I going to do now? I think deepening the darks. Let me just see, when I half close my eyes, the bottom of that boat needs to be dark black, really. Maybe when I let it dry I could use the acrylic pens. I brought some of them with me. I'm not sure if they actually work. I'll probably have to pump them a little bit before I can get them, before they'll work. the thing about the boat, there's some nice hard lines in it that make it very clearly boat and not vegetation and everything. Whereas the vegetation behind here is dark, but it's kind of dark in a bloomy way, where it meets the lighter grass. That's alright. Okay. I know, just a little bit of that reflection of the boat in the water. Cadmium red, I'd say, would be the job there. Little bits of it interrupted by the windows, which I think are more of a cerulean blue colour. Right, now that's all very nondescript, isn't it? See, that line is helpful. I feel like I want more of that. So what have I got here? I wonder, is this going to work? I don't know for how long it'll work though on the wet. I need to keep working on the dry piece of paper really if I'm using the acrylic pens. So I'm changing the colour of this lovely boat. Okay, I'll just show you what I'm looking at there again. This lovely bird passing by. This is a poor enough replica, to be honest, isn't it? But it's my first attempt at a video in quite a while. Painting video. Feels like a while. Oh, you see, now that area is really very wet. So I'm going to print it off before I put on my red chimney with my finger. I put a bit of red in there too. This is just watercolour straight from the tube. And there's also a bit of, there's this kind of paper that might be a nice clear line too. Or maybe this origami paper. It's really strong. That I could use to describe the clean edge of the cabin, if that's what it's called in a canal boat. I don't know. Really showing my ignorance here. Glue. Yeah, this might be one to return to or just to abandon, because I think while it's wet I'm not having an awful lot of success. It's interesting what happened where the glue fell, isn't it? So on the top of the cabin I want to put this line of red. Maisie, stop. What's she doing, guys? I think she's unsupervised. But she looks like she's a lot higher up than she should be in there. Yeah, I kind of like that now, to bring just, you know, we don't need an awful lot to provide clarity. My botanical collage book would have something else. I could use this as well. We don't need an awful lot to get a feeling of. What am I doing now? Yeah, I'll try and get a white edge to this. So I want a sharp edge on one side and white on the other side, because it looks to me like there's quite a highlight along the top edge. It's too big a area of white there though. So just reduce the size of this a little bit. Actually, that could work for the chimney that's at the end. There's a chimney thing, or maybe it's a bollard. What is she doing, guys? Is she okay? There's slightly too much hilarity happening there now for it to be completely free of worry for me. And I was going to use this piece, yeah, for the top of that, but I went, is it? Oh good, okay, I'm just about ready. Okay, did you take it out? Oh good, is it burnt? Oh, right, we can bring the table out here and have it here. We had a good game of cards yesterday after dinner. I think we could do that today. There's some lovely blankets and things here that were well looked after, like, so we can sit on the deck and watch the world go by, do a bit of cloud watching, eating our pizza, and then have an old game of cards. Maisie, no. Guys, stop it. I don't want her coming out, because what happens is she tries and gets into the water. Guys, could you get Maisie? See her. Maisie. No. Hey, look at me. No. Erin and Lily, can you get Maisie? I had no idea. Right, windows. I'll just be about 1 more minute. I'll just take 1 more minute. I might come back to this, guys. Kind of a boardwalk thing that I'm missing there. See, you have to press these acrylic prints to make them work sometimes. Yeah, so I feel the main thing I'm missing is a dark colour. So I'm going to just use the paint. When I say dark colour, I mean I quite like using a stick dipped into ink, like Indian ink or something. But I think this dark paint, I don't know what it is. I think it might be Payne's Grey, or maybe Prussian blue or some sort of thing. Anyway, it's got a good dark tone to it. So it's going to allow me to just clarify a few things. And then I'll stop when we have our lunch. Just where the boat stops, really, and the land begins. And the reflection of the boat begins too. And then the top of the boat, where it meets the red part. And inside the porthole is quite dark there, as is the edge there. It really is time for me to stop, guys, eh? Because Maisie is letting me know that for sure. No, I don't want the vegetation at the back being the very same colour as the dark in the boat. So I'm going to put a different colour in there. I might first do the reflection. Okay, last move. Something green. Oh, it's quite burnt looking, isn't it?
It's kind of burnt. It's not tasteless.
Okay. Okay, that's it. So there we have it.
It's nothing.
Nothing that spectacular. I'm just going to tidy off the space here now so that we can sit and have our pizza. Here the girls. Okay, see ya.